So another end to another extremely busy week, but this week was more satisfying than the last. So what did I do today? So I went in from like 9 to 11 o'clock. I had office hours for linear algebra. So like saw two students. They each had like a bunch of sort of like questions they'd sort of gone through and prepared. They were fairly sort of short and sort of like simple questions, but still kind of like important concepts, like showing, like one of the students had a question about showing whether something was kind of linear, and I'm just like, well, like linear functions, right? Like it's just these things that sort of satisfy these two equations, like. But then I thought, oh, actually, like it's when I was learning this stuff, it was still kind of new. And then what happened after this? I then went and I can't remember. And I tried to sort of fit some, maybe did some maths. Anyway, somehow I found myself like Oakenshields, and sort of got lunch there. Did some more reading of my Game of Thrones essays. But then like I was joined by these two young women and had a really good chat to them. Actually, they were just like complete strangers, but it was so cool. One was from Texas, the other was from New York. And we talked about all sorts of things, from sort of like how sort of ethical, like for instance, for me, I thought it's totally fine to like genetically modify sort of like plants and crops like this, but then like where do you draw the line sort of for animals and food production, and then it has a really also talked about like healthcare, like incarceration rates in the US, like loads of very interesting topics. It was very good. It's very great. And then after that was just like a glorious, essentially like 3 hours of just like binging on mathematics. First of all, I went via sort of Cornell Health just to get an immunization, but I was a month early, so it's fine. I just wait. It's all free anyway. I did lots more group theory, group actions, P groups, nilpotent groups. It was mainly just checking out like, the silo theorems. No, that was quite fun. But that was today. What happened earlier in the week? Both analysis. So there was an analysis assignment due on Thursday and an algebra assignment due on Tuesday. And so like as always, like all of the marking on the weekend and then the teacher on Monday just takes 2 complete days out of the week. So Monday night and then Tuesday was just like frantically finishing off these algebra questions. They were good though. They essentially sort of asked us to compute. So like the last question of the assignment was to compute like the derived series, the central upper series, and like the central lower series for like the symmetric group for like all values of n, and then like the dihedral group for all values of n. It was a really great way to actually kind of know these definitions. What else? Teaching was fine. I thought it went a lot better this week. I think like the students sort of had like a better idea of what everyone was doing. I then like took photos of everything afterwards, and then turned that into like a PDF and uploaded it to the student website. Art history was good. We finally sort of reached like impressionism after like 3-4 weeks. 3 weeks. That was good. We also looked at Monet, Manet, their works. And then finally, it was really exciting today. I finally moved all the stuff from my old place to what is going to be my new place. So like Sean helped out so much. Like he was a massive help in that regard. and he brought one of his friends along. So yeah, we did this in about like 2 hours actually. Yeah, we took like a U-Haul van which Sean hired to my old place. Packed up everything in there. Took it over to the new place and had to like carry the mattress up the stairs into the elevator, and then I was really, the apartment is the building is so strange in that like the ground level floor is like indicators level 2 on the lift. Like the lift doesn't have like basement or ground floor and nothing like this. It just goes level 1, 2, 3, and then like PH. And so like I was in sort of one of the upper rooms, and so I was in the penthouse, but I was just thinking, oh, I'm on the 3rd floor, so I hit the 3 button when I went in the lift, and then we had to spend like a couple of extra minutes moving the mattress back into the elevator and stuff. So that was interesting. And then like I'd previously signed the lease for this place like not 2 days beforehand. In the morning, and then what? Yeah, and then the analysis assignment. I had to start that like Tuesday night, and then it was due Thursday morning, and so, it wasn't actually too bad, because I'd already sort of done quite a bit of like this measure theory, Lebesgue integration before, but yeah, I forgot how kind of like squishy analysis arguments are, but I actually kind of like that, and that there's often it feels as if, like for me, sort of questions like why it sort of questions the nature, sort of why like mathematical notation exists in the first place. Like I think it should never kind of be, if you can express the same idea in kind of words, why sort of go to this language of symbols? I don't think there's any need to. And so many of the questions were like this. I think like 4 of the questions kind of sort of involved constructing like the Cantor set or some variant of it, various questions of it. For instance, the Cantor set has this property where like it has like measure 0 and yet it's uncountable. However, you can slightly modify this so that it has like positive measure, but of course it's like, which of course implies it's countable, which in course implies it's uncountable. But it still satisfies many of the other properties, like there's no isolated points, but yet there's still like you can, and it's also like you can also find like sequences. Anyway, it was some interesting problems. Yeah, and it looks like it's all due to repeat again next week. But finally, I'll be able to connect my PC, which I rebuilt, and maximum charge.